Because they were asking, well, what do you think is the difference between us and you, right? Because they were trying,
One word, knowledge. The difference between Lucas and the Hodge twins and their whole community is knowledge. The Hodge twins are literal bird brains. And I hate to use this word, they are literal retards. They are retards, bro. All right, y'all, man. We got I Destroyed the Hodge twins on their own show. And now they're refusing to release it, man. Video by the amazing Lucas. Let's see what's going on with these raccoons we call the Hodge twins, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's go.
bruh. Oh my goodness. So many of you may not be aware, but I did a podcast with the Hodge twins about a few days ago, okay? And it got pretty heated because they got exposed, right? I made them look like Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I made them look like the Sambo soldiers that they are. Now, for some reason, people keep on underestimating me.
I count two.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna need y'all to stop underestimating. I'm gonna need y'all to stop underestimating the amazing Lucas, bro. Because if y'all seen that Piers Morgan, John, there were a couple slip-ups here and there, parts where he got a little too angry. But bro, he wiped the floor with a couple of them niggas. So yeah, shout out to the amazing Lucas, man. Y'all need to stop underestimating broski.
And they hit me up. I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? He's like, okay, we're gonna be talking about this. Let's get a date. I'm like, bet, right? I'm in LA, they in Vegas. So I spend time, I spend money to come to this podcast. Okay. There's me, the Hodge twins, this other black guy, another black guy, and then this Arab, right? The Palestinian. And we're going back and forth. And eventually it's looking bad for them. Now, in my experience, whenever it's looking bad, you usually have someone who tries to come in and, save the video. We've seen this before when, it's like, what's his name? Sam Teeter versus Steven Crowder. And right, they were rushing when they saw it was Sam Teeter. People were rushing.
Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Teeter. What a nightmare. I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah, I told Dave. Remember I told you?
So they're getting blasted because I'm bringing up data. I'm bringing up facts. They clearly don't understand per capita versus raw numbers.
And I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to some of these Republicans, bro, I'd even say most of them, bro. Once you bring facts and logic into situations, these niggas turn into full stupidos, bro. They're like, you feel me? And that's how you get them, bro. I feel like some people on the left, like the progressive side, you feel me? They come in with facts, logic, and data. And even like Trump, Nick Fuentes, and other people that are in that like far right space, bro, have literally admitted, oh yeah, my supporters are fucking stupid. They called y'all dumb as hell. Like,
but Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Because I asked them, hey, can you give me a stat for black people? And they're like, 1350, 13%. I'm like, okay, watch this. Can you give me a stat for white people?
Got him!
Well,
and I go like that 1350 John really gets debunked when you figure out that black people make up 53% of exonerations. Yeah.
If they commit 50% of crime, that means they must commit the other rest, right? Right? They didn't have anything, bro. I'm like, that's the point. That right there. So then I go off listing, hey, well, white men, when it comes to crime, when it comes to per capita, when it comes to larceny, when it comes to trafficking, right, which is what we're dealing with Epstein, when it comes to vandalism, when it comes to embezzlement, when it comes to, right? I'm listing a whole bunch of crimes per capita that are white men. And they're getting upset. Oh, right, when it comes to bestiality, when it comes to, I'm like, oh, what's the bestiality? How many people is that, right? Doesn't matter. The point that I was making is that you're highlighting this one stat, right? And we're not even looking at the exonerations. We're not looking at the false imprisonments.
And not to mention, that data is from 2019. 7 years ago. Pretty sure shit has changed now. But yeah.
Not looking at,
not to say that like 2019 was like a long time ago, but that was like a cool 6 or 7 years ago, bro.
We're not looking at any of that. The point is they try and make us the face of crime. I'm like, yo, you looking at one crime. We look at a litany of things, right? And I go and tell them, well, you name me the black person that caused your interest rates to go up. You name me the black person that caused the depression. You name me the black person that caused the recession. You name me a black person that caused your house to
You name me the black person that increased your fucking taxes. Let me know. Let me know.
Be deflated in value. You name me the black person that did that. Then I get them. I'm like, yo, you tell me, because they're just really like losing it. But they get enslaved, bro. They get enslaved. That's what's happening, bro. This is light work for me, right? This is because both of them share a brain cell. Okay, they passing the brain cell back and forth so they can talk to me. that's what's going on. Cause I'm I'm not even worried at all. So I ask him again. I'm like, yo, can you name me how black racism? Because that's what they want to say. Oh, everyone's racist. Okay, well, I was like, can you name me how black racism has negatively impacted white people as a whole?
Got him!
This mofo brings up,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Black on black crime, rap, music, whatever y'all try to blame it on, bro. How has that affected you and your communities, white people? How in the hell does black on black crime affect you who lives in an affluent neighborhood in Cali, Texas, New York, Georgia, whatever? How in the hell does black on black crime in the hoods of Compton, in the hoods of Fort Worth, Houston, Texas, in the hoods of New York, in the hoods of Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Valdosta, all that, how in the hell does that affect you? Please let me know, because it fucking doesn't.
Oh, what about what about this story with the white girl and everything? I'm like, that's anecdotal. This mofo doesn't know what anecdotal means. as God is my witness, bro. I'm talking to.
Oh my God. Yo, and ain't the Hodgetwins like 30 something, bro? They're just two dumbass motherfuckers. Oh my God. These are just two dummies, bro. They're passing their brain cells from one head to the other, bro. Holy.
Actual retards. And that's why I tell them. I was like, this is borderline mental retardation. This mofo doesn't know what per capita means. This other mofo doesn't know what anecdotal means. He's like, I'm telling you, this is proof. I'm like, that's anecdotal, fam. I'm talking about as a whole. He's like, oh, you just see race. And I'm like, what do you mean I just see race? This country was founded off of race.
And right? Y'all are talking about race-related issues. So what y'all are talking about race-related issues. Y'all are talking about the 1350 statistic. Y'all are talking about black people, all that. And y'all talking about you're just seeing race. That's the fucking point of the conversation, is it not? Like, holy.
Look at the 1790 Naturalization Act. Y'all know what that is? No. I'm like, that's what they're spamming right now. How is white men of good stock, right? Good moral character. It wasn't until 1860 or whatever that birthright citizenship came involved. And I'm like, yo, if they had not just been racist, if they had just paused on their racism, we wouldn't have to worry about all the immigrants and everything that's happening. They all said black Americans who are descendants from chattel slaves are now considered citizens, so be it. But that's not what they did, right? They said, well, anyone born here can be a citizen. And you see how Trump is trying to say exactly what they meant it for as, hey, this wasn't supposed to be for everyone, it was supposed to be for them. That's the point that I was making. They didn't like that. Then then they're trying to tell me, oh, you just dealing in the past. You just dealing in the past, right? Because of racism. So I'm like, okay, you're trying to act like the past doesn't have an impact on the present or the future?
History repeats itself. The past has implications on the future. And for all the people that are like, oh, you're just in the past, you're just in the past. Bro, racism is still alive and well in 2025. There have been countless lynchings that have happened this year. Countless people being racist in TikTok comments and all that shit everywhere. Countless of racist encounters and experiences this year, including that one doctor who was on a flight back from Turkey and literally the people on the flight didn't think he was qualified to treat a patient that was going under the weather on the plane because he was black. They literally kept asking him for his doctor license. And when he gave him the license, they were over there looking at it like it was fake money or some shit. Come on, bro. So yeah, bro, racism is still alive and well. It may not be the, oh, you dirty ER or I mean, that happens slightly here and there. But now it's subtle, bro. Now it's, black man has close to an 800 credit score, wants this home. White man has, and like a similar credit score or even worse. White man gets the home. Why? Because the man is black. Of course. I'd say it now. It's not just like outward blatant racism. It's like little pockets of it, like little slight jabs. You feel me? But even now, bro, people are just starting to come out with it and just be full on racist, bro. You got white people saying the ER. You just got people coming out full out of saying it, bro. So and racism is still alive and well, bro. Don't try to pull that, oh, you're in the past shit, because although we do talk about the past, right now in 2025, that shit is still here. Fuck you mean?
Dingleberries told me no.
Hold on.
Or the future, and these dingleberries told me no.
I meant to say yes, they believe that the past has no impact on the present or future. Okay, let me dumb it down for people that think like the Hodgetwins, that think, oh, the past has no impact on the present or future. This isn't even going to be a race issue. When 9/11 happened, after 9/11, we had an influx in airport security, and that's how like all that TSA stuff got together and all that. And that's what it is now in the future. Do you think that if 9/11 didn't happen, that we would have all the airport security shit we have now? No. So when people say the past has no impact on the future, that's a dumbass take, because the past does have an impact on the future. Again, if 9/11 didn't happen, do you think we would have had all the airport security shit we have now? No. There would be no, we banning sharp objects. We're banning this, that, and the third. You can't come on the plane if you have this, that, and the third, bro. Do you think that would, you can't come on the plane if you got a screwdriver or this, that, or like a cutting thing or a knife? Or do you think that would have been a thing if 9/11 didn't happen? Come on.
Now, I did a whole live stream of this after, because I was blown away by the stupidity. Because I said this, I'm dealing with the sea of stupidity. That's what I said. Now, I want you to understand, while I'm giving them this work, we have the Palestinian, the pale white Palestinian who's interjecting, right? Trying to say, well, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, what about white people? Oh, it's white people bad, huh? White people. I'm like, who is this? So throughout the interview, I'm telling him, have him have a seat. Tell him to have a seat. So he keeps on interjecting. He's like, you don't want any of that. I was like, no, I do. I do want some of that, bro.
Yeah, he don't want any of that, bro. He's talking tough as shit whole time. He don't want no smoke with Lucas. He don't want no smoke. Lucas is like, hey, bro, come here. Bring the smoke, bro. Bring the blunt, bro. Bring me that. I need that. Give me that.
To have a seat. Because he keeps on peanut gallery, right? Oh, that's not true. Oh, this and that. Oh, what study is that? And I'm like, whose man is this? And he's doing this throughout the interview, right? Throughout the interview. It's literally 3 versus 1, but every single time I address him and his peanut gallery, they get on me. Hey, it's not, he's not in this. I'm like, is this how y'all conduct the interview? Does he interject like this? And they're like, yeah, sometimes. I'm like, as frequent though? They're like, yeah, right? Now, we know, as I said before, the only time someone interjects is if you lose in the fight. If you lose in the fight, that's when somebody comes in and tries to, that's what he's doing, because they're getting blown out. So I'm trying to ignore him, but the first time he was like, oh, we're all N-words, right, to the Jews. And I heard that, I'm like, what the F did you say, right?
Wait, hold on.
Jews. First time he was like, oh, we're all, I'm trying to ignore him, but the first time he was like, oh, we're all N-words, right, to the Jews.
The Palestinian dude said that? The super pale Palestinian dude said that? Hell nah.
And I heard that. I'm like, what the F did you say, right? I get it. I'm not allowing someone to just say the hard R, right, in my presence. Now, no one else responded to it. The 2 black men that were sitting down didn't respond to it. They didn't.
Raccoons. I was about to say the full John.
Twins didn't respond to it. I'm the only one. So I'm in a room full of Sambo soldiers, bruh. And they have this Palestinian. He talks about how he fled Palestine because of what was going on, and now he's with his family. Right? He said to the Jews, we're all inward. I'm like, you don't say that, right? I don't want to hear that word come out of your mouth, bruh. And you have this black man. He's been on videos with the twins before. You have him trying to say, hold on. Because I said, I'll smack I told him I smacked the dog ish out of him. I let him know that you don't do that or there's going to be a physical repercussion, essentially.
Yeah, me.
Now, the Hodgetwins were like, no, you're not. I was like, listen, you want to bet? I was like, I bet you. I told them, I was like, hey, there's no one in this room that's going to be able to stop me from putting hands on him. No one. And they're like,
yo, I want to see that clip so bad because I'm telling you, the serious look in his eyes when he said that shit, he's probably like, you want to bet that, bro? No one in this room is stopping me from smacking the shit out of bro. And what? Like, yo, hey, Hodgetwins, release the VOD. Release it, please.
Like, that's not true. I'll be able to stop you. I was like, okay, let's count to 5 and test that. Right? You want to count to 5? That's what I told him.
I count 2 guns, nigga.
I was like, let's count to 5. That's when the black dude starts. He's like, everybody calm down. Calm down now. Calm down. Now, Lucas, he wasn't calling you that. It was the context. I said, I don't give a fuck about the context.
I don't care. Like, yo, if you're saying the ER as a pale white Palestinian dude, fuck no, I'm not taking that shit lying down. Fuck you mean?
I don't want to hear the N-word coming from this non-melanated, non-black person. I don't want to hear them. Okay? It's simple as that. So we're getting into it. We go back to the podcast, right? We're going back to the interview. And I tell him, I was like, because it's Keith and I forgot the one, because I forgot their names. I don't know their freaking names. I don't care. I don't watch their show. And that's why I started off the podcast saying, they're like, so do you watch our show? I was like, no, I don't watch your show. I don't know. Because they were asking, well, what do you think is the difference between us and you, right? Because they were trying to,
one word, knowledge. The difference between Lucas and the Hodgetwins and their whole community is knowledge. The Hodgetwins are literal bird brains. And I hate to use this word, they are literal retards. They are fucking retards, bro.
It was Kevin, he was trying to pronounce differentiation and he couldn't pronounce it. He was like, what's the differentiation? I was like, well, one is that I can pronounce differentiation. That's one that separates
I'm low-key having a little bit of a hard time pronouncing it too. Differentiation. Damn.
us. Okay, first off, but going back to the past impacts the present and the future. I was like, Keith, that's the other one. Keith, I was like, do you fly? He was like, yes. I was like, do you do TSA? He was like, yes.
Oh, he's about to make the point that I just made. Oh, shit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Goodbye, sticker like, bro. He's about to make the same point I just made.
I was like, where do you think that came from? That came from 9/11. And they were like, what does 9/11 have to do with anything? I was like, 9/11, right? The reason for that is what caused the Patriot Act. Okay, that's why we have the TSA.
Bro, literally, bro. I literally asked my mom, because one, my family was impacted by 9/11. Rest in peace to my great aunt Joy. And also, like, my mom, was a lot of my family was alive back then. And I asked her, what were the airports looking like in terms of like security? My mom was like, security? That wasn't even a word in the airports in like the 90s. Or in like the 90s, in like the 80s, 70s, all that, bro. Security wasn't even a word, bro. You could bring anything on a fucking plane. Hell, I mean, I don't know about bringing a gun, but you could bring weapons on a plane, bro. Like, security was mad lenient in those times, bro. So when the Hodgetwins say, oh, what does 9/11 have to do with all that happening? It has everything to do with that happening. We wouldn't have the TSA. We wouldn't have the fucking security lines. You wouldn't have the high-tech gadgets that they use to look through your suitcase to see if you have shit. We wouldn't have that shit if it wasn't for 9/11 happening. And that is why the past has implications for the future, bro.
He's like, that's how it impacts your life. This man looked at me and said, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, do you not go through TSA? He was like, no, I go through TSA.
Aren't you Patrick Star?
Nope. Do you have to go through the scan and they take off your shoes and stuff? He's like, yeah.
And this is your ID.
That's to make sure you're not hiding any weapons in your shoes, by the way.
Yep. Then it impacts your life. He's like, no, it doesn't. I still get to fly.
Then take it.
It's not my wallet.
And that's when I was like, okay, this is borderline retardation. You're telling me because you get to fly, TSA doesn't impact your life. And it's like, it obviously does impact your life. What are you talking about?
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know where that clip is from, like that movie, but I've been seeing Amazing Lucas use that clip all the time. That shit is genuinely hilarious. She's like, it got electrolytes.
I was just awestruck by the level of stupidity that was on display. And it came to racism, right? Because I brought up the study where it talks about, hey, there's a father in the household, that, there's a mother in the household, they live in an affluent neighborhood, right? They're, good income, that one of the factors that will determine if the child will go to prison, okay, is the racial bias of the people around them, racial bias of the white people around them. Mm-hmm. They lose it. Oh, I don't believe you. I don't believe that. I'm like, you can look it up. What are you talking about? Then this fool starts interjecting whatever. I was like, why don't you shut the F up? Like, that's what you need to do. Shut the F up. So he says something like, blah, 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 F and N word.
Ooh. Okay, we get hot and heavy. Okay then. All right. What?
What did you say, nigga?
I'm like, that's when I get up. That's when I get up. I said, what the F did you say? I said, what the F did you say? The Hodgetwins get up. They're like, hey, why are you going towards him, man? Why you getting in his face? I said, I'm not getting in his face. I'm asking him a question. I said, I'm asking him, hey, what the F did you say? So now I got the Hodgetwins in front of me, right? The dynamic is insane. I got two black men, right, in front of me protecting a pale Arab Palestinian who had just called me a hard R. Because before he was trying to say, well, I meant it in the context that we're all, N words. This time he was using it to disparage me, right, as a pejorative. And he was trying to say, why are you getting so upset? Why are you getting so upset? This is what the Arab guy is saying to me, right? Because I got the Hodgetwins right here. They trying to bury it. I don't give. Now, if I really wanted stuff to pop off, that wouldn't matter to me. But I'm like, why don't you? I was like, stand on 10, be a man, say what you said. Didn't you say it? He was like, yeah, I said it. And that's when the Hodgetwins was like, it's just a word. And then
I really hate that whole "it's just a word" thing. I've been hearing that shit all my fucking life. That shit is not just a fucking word, bro. I need that to click in some people's heads, bro. It's not just a word, bro. And when I was a kid, I used to get so fucking angry when people used to tell me it's just a word. Like, I remember a teacher, because I being in Maryland, you gonna have a couple racist in encounters with some white kids, bro. She was like, it's just a word. I got so fucking angry when I heard that shit. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's just a word? Like, bro, my veins started popping out my head. I was like, what do you mean it's just a word, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I've gotten over it a little bit, but still to this day, I ain't gonna lie. When people say that it's just a word thing, that shit dead ass just boils my blood, bro.
Then we get into the conversation about it's just a word. He's like, you can't allow that word to impact you. I was like, what do you mean I can't allow that word to impact you? What are you talking about? That's the whole point of freaking words, is that they have meanings, right?
If someone calls you a bitch to your face, this is a question for the Hodgetwins and that Arab dude. If someone calls you a bitch to your face, what are you doing? You don't know this nigga. It's not your friend, nothing. He just walks up to you, calls you a bitch. What are you doing? You have a girl. Some dude walks up to your girl and badmouths her. What are you doing? Oh yeah, bro. I'm a beat that dude ass. But again, it was just words. He just said words. You shouldn't let those words impact you. What? Nah. Have that same energy for everything. Have that same energy for everything, bruh. Someone walks up to your mom, badmouths her. Someone walks up to you, calls you a smooth bitch. Have that same energy, bro.
I'm getting upset by the words he's using. That doesn't mean that it's it's controlling me. That means I understand. That means he is trying to communicate to me, and I understand what he is trying to communicate. That's the same thing when y'all talk about what is a man, what is a woman, right? You can't just say, oh, it's just words, and then be like, well, a man is this and a woman is that. This fool Keith is like, well, that's not true. That's a different thing. He's like, you try to conflate things. You try to conflate the past with the present. You just like destiny. That's what you like. Bro, it was crazy.
Hey. In the comments, count how many face palms I did in this video, bro. I guarantee you it's gonna be over 20.
See, it was crazy. Long story short, they got embarrassed, bro. That's what happened. They got embarrassed, and I get that's what happens because I get Keith, or is it Kevin? I get Kevin. Kevin's like, I was like, what are you talking about? What, that word? That word is disparaging. If you know the history of that word, you know where that word come from? You know what that means? He was like, you know what? I was like, why don't you care? You should care, right? He's like, he's talking ill about black people. That's when not Keith, because Keith was on this side, Kevin. That's when Kevin comes out and says, I don't care about black people. I was like, there we go.
There we go. Hey, that's all I needed to hear, bro. Y'all be trying to mask this shit under like, oh, it's just a word, or oh, I don't see color. Bro, tell it how it is, bro. You don't care about black people. You hate the fact that you're black. You're a raccoon, bro. You're a part of the minstrel show. You're a Chuck Jivin raccoon turkey, bro. You dance for the white people, bro. Just say that, bro. Just say that, bro. Like, that's all I needed to hear, bro.
There we go. All right. Glad you said it. I'm glad we got that on camera. He straight up said, I don't care about black people. And then he was like, and then he heard what he said. And then he was like, wait. Let me clarify. Let me clarify.
I ain't gonna lie, Lucas. If I was you in the situation, I would have had another person here just recording just in case. Like, I'd have my mans and I'd be like, oh yeah, he's gonna be on his laptop editing a video. Whole time, he's in that bitch recording. I mean, he gonna have the iPad. He gonna be recording. Hell yeah. What?
I don't care about any race. I don't care about any race, right? We're all just people. We're all just, okay, all right. Mm-hmm. Right? Nothing to say because you already exposed yourself. These are 50-year-old, out of shape men with families. They got kids and everything. And this fool's talking about he doesn't care about black people. I only care about myself. That's what they're telling me.
I miss you like a hog miss fly.
I'm like, well, there you go. That's the problem. That's the problem. And he was like, well, if you don't like the country, why don't you go to Africa? I'm like, why don't I go to Africa?
When was the country even mentioned in this circumstance, bro? You can have gripes about the country you live in. You feel me? You can have gripes about the country you live in and still want to be there, bro. I still want to be in America. I still fuck with America. But there are problems here. And who would I be to not address the problems? You feel me? That's literal delusion, bro.
Africa, because that's what
walking into some shit, seeing problems and being like, oh, they don't exist. Like, come on, bro.
Arab said. The Arab told me, they both said that to me, fam. Do you understand how much of a mind dazzle that was? To hear a Palestinian who had just fled, right, tell me, after criticizing what's going on in this country, tell me, hey, why don't you go to Africa? Then you had
but if Lucas was to say, go back to Palestine, now it's, oh, what the fuck, bro? You didn't have to say, like, come on, gang. Come on, bro. Come on.
Keith tell me, why don't you go to Africa? Okay, since we was kings and everything. I was like, why are y'all saying it like that, right? I was like, why'd you say it like that? Are you aware of the history of Africa? Huh? Were there not kings in Africa? And he was like, I don't care about Africa. I don't know anything about Africa. I was like, then why are you talking? Why you have Africa in your mouth if you don't know anything about Africa, huh? Why are you disparaging Africa? Because he was like, if you don't like it here, if it's so bad here, then go to Africa. I was like, what do you mean? What does that mean? What are you talking about? It's just, it was insane, fam. It was absolutely insane. And it got to the point where
I really want people to know that talking about the problems in America doesn't mean you dislike living here. I don't dislike living in America. I love living in America. But like with things I love, I'm honest about things I love. I tell the truth with people that I love, bro. And that's the same with this country, bro.
I was telling them, I was like, if you don't know anything about Africa, why you bring up Africa as if it's a bad thing? Furthermore, that mindset of just go to Africa, we wouldn't have this country if we had the same mindset that you two Sambo soldiers have. If we had the mindset of you don't like it, then leave, think about that.
Let all the black people in this country, and let all the black people in this country leave. Let all the immigrants in this country leave. Oh, Lord Almighty. America is going to be flipped on its goddamn head.
What if somebody told the Americans, the settlers, hey, when it came to the British, when it came to no representation, taxation without representation, what happened if somebody said what y'all said, hey, if you don't like it, just leave, okay? Just leave, man. What's the issue? I was like, no, what did they do? They threw that tea into the water, right? They fought. They bled and fought for this. Because no, it was not about, hey, if you don't like it, then leave. We wouldn't have gotten as far as civil rights. We wouldn't have gotten affirmative action. We wouldn't have gotten the right to vote. And I started listing off.
And by the way, civil rights is literally the reason why you can do what you do. Hodgetwins, Keith, and the other two dark-skinned black dudes. Like, if the Hodgetwins didn't have the hair that they had, they could have been quote-unquote white passing. Keith and the other dude, y'all are blackety black. You feel me? So, yeah, y'all being on there is just insane, bro. Insanity.
Laws, and they silent. They just, because I'm just exposing their ignorance. So, anyways, it ends. We take a picture. I'm like, I'm not smiling, bro, because the Palestinian dude, he wanted me to smile in the picture because they have like this wall of pictures that they have and everything. I'm like, I'm not smiling. All right. I'm like, the optics of me smiling.
He pulling a Kanye. I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling.
Right here is horrible. I'm not doing that. So he's like, let's do another one. So I give him a little smirk. I'm like, he's like, okay, he smirked. But I'm not going to smile, bro. What are we talking about, bro? Right? And they get upset because I was like, you guys, you have a comprehension problem. So Keith starts getting upset. Man, you done said I have a comprehension problem. You call me stupid. What I should have said is like, what you can.
So you got mad at him calling you stupid him saying you have a comprehension problem, him basically just calling you dumb. But when Lucas gets called the hard ER by somebody, that's when you're like, yo, bro, you gotta chill, bro. It's just a word. It's just a word. Him calling you retarded is just a word. And you're in defense about it. Come on, nigga. Come on, gang.
Upset. I thought they were just words. What? That's what I should have said. But, I blanked at the time. But yeah, I was like, you have a comprehension problem. You guys have a comprehension problem. It just is what it is. It's not my fault. And he was like, oh, see, you can't say anything to him because he thinks he knows everything. I'm like, no, you guys are just wrong consistently. It's not my fault. If you say 1 + 1 is 4, and I say, no, that's wrong, okay? And I say it's 2, and you say then 4 + 4 is 16, I say, no, that's wrong. And then you say 6 + 6 is 37, I say, no, that's wrong. That's not me thinking I'm right. That's you just being consistently wrong because you're dumb.
Damn.
So that's what it all revolved around, right? And they're trying to tell me, oh, you should get your message out differently. It's the way you say things. I'm like, I don't give a F about how I say things.
See, the one thing I do mess with about Lucas is the fact that he is unapologetically himself, bro. He don't give a fuck, bro. He gon', you feel me? And, that may be to his detriment sometimes. Like, sometimes he do be getting a little too angry. But for a majority of this shit, like, he be letting his nuts hang, bro. He be dragging his nuts on these niggas, man. You feel me? And I fuck with that. You feel me? Because there needs to be a duality. Like, bro, he's hitting y'all not only with facts, data, logic, all that. He's also saying, bro, fuck you and your racism too. You feel me?
I say things the way I say things. Don't you guys say things the way you say things? Doesn't Candace and everyone else say things the way they say things?
Yeah, but I say it. But when it's someone who's pro-black, when it's someone like Amazing Lucas saying things how they say things, now it's an issue. Now it's a fucking issue, bro. Come on. Now it's an issue when Jasmine Crockett says what she wants to say, bro. Now it's an issue. You feel me? Now it's an issue when Zoran Mamdani says what he want to say. Like, come on, bro.
I'm not gonna, make my message or water down my message to make it more palatable for the masses because it's not meant for the masses. And now that person who may likes me, they can then deliver the message in a different manner to their audience or to their social circle, and so be it. But I'm not toning down my rhetoric because you upset by it. That had nothing to do with me.
I'm not toning down my rhetoric to make it spoon-feedable. That's not even a word. To make it palatable for white people. I'm not doing that shit at all. Period. And you shouldn't either.
Anyways, long story short, that was the gist of the interview we had. They got dog walked, bro. That's what happened. Okay. I don't know what they were expecting. I really don't know. But listen, 2 of them versus me, it still wasn't a fair fight.
They lost the 2v1, bro. They tried to double team him, bro. Lucas was out there going like Paul George, prime Danny Granger. What was we talking about? Prime Victor Oladipo. I just named like three fucking Pacers players. But yeah.
Both of them make up like a half of a man, okay? Both of them make up like a half of a brain, bro. And I'm being generous with the half because it's probably like a quarter. But I don't think they understand the difference between a quarter or a half or a whole. But that's besides the point. Going to the point in this video, the reason why I give you that recap is because allegedly, right, the person who I've been in contact with, I believe is the same Arab guy, he told me that upon me leaving, they kicked him out and fired him.
Hey, the twins kicked me out of the studio that night right after you left. Yesterday, they called me and fired me. They're not uploading the episode. Of course, they're fucking not.
And they don't plan on releasing the episode. They don't plan on releasing the interview. And that's really irritating. So I just want to let you all know, okay, I have the pictures to prove that I was there. I have the emails. I have all that. But I did do the interview. I did fairly well.
Bro, I want to see that interview so fucking bad. Like, bro, Hodgetwins, even if y'all look shitty in this interview, bro, it's going to bring views. So you're going to get paid, which I'm pretty sure a majority of y'all right-wingers only care about money. right-wing grifters, I can't even speak. Right-wing grifters, I should say, only care about money, but yeah. But release the files.
Okay, I held my own. But he said that they don't plan on releasing the interview. I think that's BS. Okay, I think that's a hot pile of garbage. I'm hoping that this is a troll. That's what I'm hoping. I'm glad that fool got fired because he's racist. As simple as that. Like, what are we talking about? The fact that two black men hired a racist is insane. An undercover racist is crazy. But nevertheless, that's what he relayed to me. I DM'd the Hodgetwins on Twitter. I was like, yo, where's the podcast? I got little, clips and pieces on my phone, but I don't have the full thing. When are you going to release it? So they haven't responded. I'm waiting for a response. So I just want to be transparent because I know many of y'all were like, where's the interview, Louis? We want to see the interview. I should have brought my own recording gear and everything. But like I told y'all before, I was like, this is, I wasn't really concerned about this. To be honest, it was very much, relaxing because they tried to tell me, oh, I thought this was a waste of our time. I was like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So that's where we're at right now. That's where they have the footage. Okay, I don't have the footage.
I guarantee you the Hodgetwins are going to respond to this and their excuse is going to be, we're not releasing the video because things were getting physical and words were being said and we might get demonetized on YouTube and yada yada. No, you're literally not. And if you have good editors, they can literally just bleep out the words that would get you demonetized on YouTube. And there wasn't even anything physical. It was about to get physical. You feel me? Lucas was standing up and the Hodgetwins was like, oh no. But yeah, I guarantee you that's going to be one of their arguments for why they're not releasing that shit. But we all know the reason why. They got cooked.
They want to release it, which I think they should, because I didn't get reimbursed for anything. They didn't reimburse me for anything. They didn't even give me an Uber, fam. Much less for the flight or none of that. So the least that they can do is release the interview. And I mean the unedited, raw interview.
Oh, that bro wants that jump uncut.
I have no reason to lie in situations like this. I tell like it is, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there and let y'all know where the interview is, what's the holdup, what's going on, just to be transparent with you guys. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not believe, I don't know, what's the either or here? I just told you what happened. I'm sure there's a lot more here and there that I could have elaborated on, but that's the gist of what happened. I told you that, hey, that's what I guess the editor, I don't know who he is, the sound guy, whatever. That's what he said. Waiting for a reply from them. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, man. I think it's been like a cool month since we reacted to the Hodgetwins, but yeah, these motherfuckers are stupid. And not trying to generalize here, but a lot of what I'm seeing on the right is just a bunch of stupid people. And like I said, Nick Fuentes, Donald Trump, all that have even said themselves, oh yeah, my supporters are fucking retards. They have literally said that. So yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, bro. If you watch the Hodgetwins or follow them, you are going down not only a horrible pipeline, you're also getting slower and slower. I guarantee you, each Hodgetwins video you watch, you're losing a cool 25% of your brain cells every time. Just whoop, 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 whoop. Until now, every time you talk, it's, oh bro, I don't see color. Oh man, like that's gonna be you. That's gonna be you. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Love y'all so much. Marso Mafia the game, Marso Mafia squad. And actually, before I go, one more thing. Be knowledgeable about things, bro. If you're gonna talk and make points about certain things, be knowledgeable. If you're gonna come on here and say black people this, black people that, women this, women that, immigrants this, immigrants that, this, that, and the third, come with facts, come with data, come with knowledge. A lot of these people on the right don't come with knowledge, bro. I don't know how y'all still watching, but like some of these, they literally come with no knowledge. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna say what people want me to say and like say what people want to hear. and they don't come with no knowledge. But as soon as somebody claps back at them with facts, statistics, data, they're fucking cooked and the argument falls flat on its face. But yeah, man. Love y'all so much. Peace.